February is often called the quiet month. No major harvests, no dramatic festivals, just cold, gray days stretched thin. But that has never been true. In the old ways, February was alive with watchfulness. This was the month when survival was still uncertain, but hope had teeth, when milk returned to the pail, when fire was fed more carefully, when households marked time not with calendars, but with signs of life. Across cultures, February is a threshold month, a time of purification, renewal, ancestral honor, and preparation for growth. Tonight, we're walking through the February holy days and seasonal observances, from Imbolc to folk saint days to Lupercalia to Lunar New Year, not as disconnected traditions, but as responses to the same human question. How do we survive winter? And welcome what comes next.
Ooh.
Welcome witches, pagans, heathens, spiritualists, and anyone interested in living sustainably. This is
Old Ways, New Days, where the old ways meet the good dirt.
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Nell. And each week we explore the sacred art of living close to the land. From compost to covens, chickens to charms,
We're reclaiming self-sufficiency, seasonal living, and ancestral wisdom.
whether you're stirring your cauldron or your soup pot,
This is a space for wild-hearted folk walking the homesteading path with intention, magic, and muddy boots.
well, hey there.
Hey, now.
How's it going, Kayla?
It's good.
Another fun, fantabulous day
I
of
know.
cold weather.
I know, and this is our second fully packed episode week. Our second episode for the fully packed episode week. How do I say that?
I don't know.
Because we had our new moon episode yesterday, and then this is our holiday episode today, and then we have our Thursday episode. I know.
Our mods have their work cut out for them. That's all I can say.
Right?
I'm glad I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I just record.
Same. Yep.
And they don't get paid, but we don't either.
Yeah, no. We do this all for the fun and for the love of sharing information.
And knowledge.
And
We
knowledge.
get paid in knowledge.
We do get paid in knowledge.
And we're paying you in knowledge.
Right. I guess.
I don't know.
So today we're doing all of the holidays for February.
So it's not just Valentine's Day?
It's not just Valentine's Day.
Well, and I know Valentine's Day is not technically about love, but, that's a whole nother episode.
I suppose we could do one on that, although it has nothing to do with homesteading.
No.
And it doesn't really have a
definitely
whole
does
lot to
not.
do with paganism either. But
it is very interesting.
it is. But there's also, what isn't a worldwide celebration is your daughter and my daughter share a birthday
In February.
as does my fiance and my cousin, actually multiple cousins.
Yeah. Most of my family's all in January.
And most of my family's surprisingly in February.
Yeah.
So it is a very busy month for me at least.
Yep.
Wishing a ton of people happy birthday.
Yeah. My kids, their birthdays are all exactly 3 months apart.
And all on the 24th.
All on the 24th.
I know we've discussed that before.
Yep. And I did not plan that. There was no planning involved, so don't come at me on how I did it, because I do not know.
All right. Well, since I did the intro, do you want to start?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
So, Imbolc. Milk, fire, and the return of care. So, Imbolc is one of the clearest examples of a land-based holiday. Long before modern pagan revival, Imbolc marked the lactation of ewes, the gradual return of fresh dairy, the first sign that stored food might stretch a little further. This was not symbolic abundance, it was nutritional relief. Milk, butter, soft cheeses, and whey were critical in late winter. They provided fat, protein, and calories when grain stores ran low. That's why Imbolc is, at its heart, a dairy holiday. Traditional themes of Imbolc are fire and hearth, purification and cleansing, renewal of household tools, craft, healing, and poetry via brigade.
Mm-hmm.
And historically, households cleaned hearths and cooking spaces, repaired tools and fences, lit candles to make lengthening days, make offerings of milk, butter, or bread. And modern ways to celebrate Imbolc are cook with dairy intentionally, like butter, yogurt, and cheese, clean one meaningful space in your home, light a candle for creativity or healing, bless tools, kitchenware, or workspaces, donate food or warm items. Survival was communal. Imbolc reminds us rebirth starts with care, not celebration.
Right. Gotta love that dairy holiday.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for all of the
Lactose
lactose
intolerant
intolerant people. Yeah.
I go in spurts on my dairy. I don't really care for yogurt. I never have. But sometimes there's 3 of us that live in the same house. Sometimes we can go through 4 gallons of milk in a week.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's times where 1 gallon of milk will last us 2 weeks.
We now have a dedicated cheese drawer.
Oh yeah, we have that too. There can never be enough cheese.
No, and trying to, I go to make a meal and then the cheese that I was looking for or I bought specifically for that meal is gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yeah.
Especially when it's cheese for tater tot hot dish.
Oh, right.
And it's gone and you're like, ugh.
I know people will come at us for hot dish over casserole.
It's a hot dish.
It is a hot dish.
I'm sorry, y'all.
All right, Candlemas and folk Christianity, old ways in new robes. As Christianity spread, Imbolc was not erased, it was absorbed. Candlemas, celebrated February 2nd, preserved many Imbolc traditions, blessing candles, honoring light returning, and purifying the home. In rural Europe, Candlemas was treated as a weather divination day. People watched animals, clouds, and shadows, echoes of what later became known as Groundhog's Day.
Weird.
I know.
I knew that date had a something in it.
It just reminded you of something. This blending is important to remember. The old ways didn't disappear, they adapted. And February remained a month of watching, waiting, and preparing.
So February as a purification month. Across cultures, February holds strong associations with cleansing. Even the name comes from February. It's Roman purification rites. This wasn't about moral purity, it was about readiness. Before planting, before travel, before growth. In household traditions, purification meant clearing mold and damp from winter blooms, washing linens and clothing, burning herbs or resins, resetting social bonds after winter isolation. Modern reflections, February is an ideal month for decluttering slowly, emotional boundary setting, nervous system regulation, re-establishing daily rhythms. Not a reset, a recalibration.
Calibration?
Yeah, that word.
All right, Lupercalia. I know, as I try to correct you on recalibration and then...
A recalibration.
Yeah. Lupercalia, which is a fertility protection and the wild edge, is celebrated in mid-February before Valentine's Day. There was Lupercalia, Celebrated in ancient Rome around February 15th, Lupercalia was a fertility and protection festival, deeply tied to land, livestock, and reproductive health. Despite later moral panic, Lupercalia was not romantic, it was agricultural. Themes included protection of flocks, fertility of land and people, ritual movement through the city, laughter, noise, and embodied ritual. February was dangerous. Winter sicknesses peaked, food stores ran low, communal vitality mattered. Lupercalia reminds us that fertility festivals aren't about indulgence, they're about continuity of life.
So now the Lunar New Year, renewal, ancestors, and collective luck. The Lunar New Year often falls in late January or February, depending on the moon. And while not pagan in the European sense, it is profoundly seasonal and ancestral. The key themes include letting go of last year's misfortune, honoring ancestors, welcoming prosperity and protection, cleaning and resetting the home. Historically, the Lunar New Year was tied to agricultural cycles, debt clearing, family reunification, collective responsibility. Food is central. Dumplings for wealth, long noodles for longevity, sticky rice for cohesion.
That all sounds so good. Now I'm hungry.
Shared threads with pagan February traditions are cleansing before growth, honoring ancestors, marking time by the moon, community survival through ritual. Different cultures, same human needs.
February.
Speaking of being hungry, now we're going to go into the food.
I know, right? It's only going to make it worse. All right, February foods: survival, fermentation, and fat. I know, yeah. Don't pat that belly. All right, February food traditions across cultures share striking similarities. This is the month of dairy, ferments, stored grains, bone broths, and preserved fats. Fresh produce was rare. Nutrition mattered deeply. Foods were warming, nourishing, and easy to digest. This was not the time for restriction. February teaches us that survival foods are sacred foods. So make that mac and cheese with the bacon and the and the 3 layers of cheese and milk and cream and all the things.
And then put some crushed up breadcrumbs on top and
Right.
then bake it. Oh.
Yes, this is the time for all those comfort foods.
Yes.
Yes, you know?
Indulge.
That's the month for February. You heard it here. You heard it here, listeners. You have to indulge in February.
Don't come at us if it's good.
Or share.
So, honoring February today without appropriation or erasure. Erasure? It's not eraser. Honoring February's tradition today means respecting cultural boundaries, learning history, practicing gratitude, not ownership. You can celebrate Imbolc as a land-based seasonal festival, observe Lunar New Year respectfully through food, cleaning, and reflection, learn, not borrow, from traditions not your own, and focus on shared human rhythms. Seasonal living is about relationship, not reenactment.
So this month teaches patience. February does not promise abundance. It promises continuation. The milk flows again, the fire is fed, the house is cleaned, hopefully. The ancestors are remembered, the year begins to stir. Across cultures and centuries, February asks the same thing. Will you tend what keeps you alive long enough for spring to come?
So, wherever you find yourself this February,
Cold, tired, hopeful, or preparing, know this.
you are participating in an ancient rhythm.
This has been
Old ways,
New Days,
where the old ways
meet the living present.